please join me in congratulating the President of the United States on winning the Super Senior and the Senior Division with a great score of 70.
He won both. That's amazing. Best president of my lifetime. He won. And look at John Cantor stalking him. John, get away from me, please, John Cantor. Snaggletooth, get away from him, Snaggletooth.
Here's why this is total bull. It's well documented he is a prolific cheater.
Trump's shooting right now. Let's see if he can hit the green. Oh, he shanked it. Oh my God, I got that on video.
When the cameras are rolling, he shows how terrible he is. At his Bedminster golf club, Trump was seen on video getting a ball from his caddy on the green. Could this have been another attempt after missing a putt? Maybe, potentially. What's troubling is the White House, on the same day this video was posted, well, he happened to win the men's senior club championship. We have a lot here and a history of cheating, even when he doesn't play in the tournaments he wins.
He cheats like a mafia accountant. Like he cheats crazy. He cheats whether you're watching or not. He cheats whether you like it or not. He tried to cheat Tiger Woods in a match, and Tiger hits it like this. He hits 2 balls in the water, doesn't count either, and pretends that he almost tied Tiger Woods. But he said, I'm a winner. You got to vote for me because I've won 18 club championships. He said this 3 or 4 times, and that's against the best players in the club. But I knew he was lying because he told me how he does it. Whenever he opens a new course that he buys, he plays the first round by himself and calls that the club championship. Well, Trump says he's a 2.8, which is really, really good. To give you a little idea, Jack Nicklaus is a 3.5. Jack Nicklaus!
Rick Riley, formerly of Sports Illustrated and ESPN, gave this interview to CNN.
Donald Trump hates to chip. He's a terrible chipper. Most guys hit a chip like this, right? What he did once and got caught was he put the ball in his hand, did like a fake air chip, and then he goes, oh my God, I think I made it. Runs up, I made it. Usually you would put a mark down, pick up the ball. What he does, he secretly puts the marker on the end of the putter, and then he looks like he's marking it, but really, now the mark is 3 feet closer. That's a way easier putt.
And detailed his round with Trump to Inside Edition.
I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart.
Never forget when he gloats of his success. The Palm Beach Post even wrote, ask members of Trump International West Palm Beach, who arrived for the final round of their senior club championship on January the 22nd, only to find the president's name atop the leaderboard when he didn't play the first round. But he did play a round earlier that week, claimed he had a good day, and decided to use that very score for the first round of the senior club championship. Back to the club championship nonsense. When Donald Trump played at the American Century Championship, a place he could not cheat, he didn't place in the top 10, not the top 20, not the top 30, not the top 40 or 50. Trump would finish 62nd. Worse than Dan Patrick, Rondé Barber, Bodie Miller, Cordell Stewart, and even You Are Not the Father, Maury Povich.
In defending his implausible claim that President Trump shot a 73 on the golf course Monday, Senator Lindsey Graham admitted to Golf Magazine the president likes to take gimme putts instead of finishing out the hole. But we know what the president considers a gimme, and it is, shall we say, generous. Sports writer Rick Riley told the Washington Post that Trump once called a gimme on what should have been a chip shot, adding, when it comes to cheating, he's an 11 on a scale of 1 to 10. Reportedly, Trump will sometimes respond to a shot he duffed by simply playing a second ball and carrying on as if the first shot never happened. TMZ reporting in 2006 that after Trump shanked his shot from the tee out of bounds, he drove down the course, then turned his golf cart to block him as he took a ball out of his pocket, looked over at his partners to make sure they weren't watching, and rolled the new ball into the rough.
So what I would like everyone to understand is we have covered this story a few different times, and there are many layers to this. The first is no man who is 80 years old is shooting a 70 in the sport of golf. It just doesn't happen, okay? The second part about this is we now have so many stories of this guy cheating. Even people who aligned with him politically, like I believe we showed in this piece we did, the late Lindsey Graham, senator from South Carolina, who Sean Hannity and Donald Trump used the funeral of in order to push a ballroom at the White House. I digress. Who else has it been? Alice in Chains. This is prior to Trump being president. This was in the buildup. Anthony Anderson says he cheats at golf. Samuel L. Jackson says he cheats at golf. Oscar De La Hoya says he cheats at golf. Mike Tirico, the famous Italian, says that he cheats at golf. Cheated Tiger Woods, as Rick Riley said. Dustin Johnson even said, like, he's a good golfer, but he's not a 2.5. And Rick Riley even said at one point that he's a 10. I agree. Own it. But you can't take gimme chips. I mean, for him, I've even seen some of his putting. He takes a lot of gimme putts. We also did a story not long ago, I believe Vice broke this, that when he would play a round, likely call it the club championship, if he thought that a tree was in his way, he would mark it with an X to have it removed from the course, all because he thinks that he cannot do it. He is not a good enough golfer and a good enough skill level player in this game that he thinks he's so good at. So what does he decide to do? Take it off the course, and it was removed the next day. I don't know how many times we have to go over this, but what's really frustrating to me is seeing the narcissism, is seeing how egotistical he is. I will guarantee, just like I called my shot a few years ago when prior to him becoming president again, and this was in the build-up, he was playing a lot of golf, of course, not like he doesn't when he's president, and he claimed that he got a hole-in-one, and I was like, watch, he's going to try and fundraise off this. The next day, hey, Donald Trump, your loyal MAGA president, hit a hole-in-one. Why don't you chip in $5? It's just remarkable. It truly is. And all these people that are surrounding him, cultists. You cannot honor a man like this who does not care about this game that he proclaims to hold so near and dear to his heart. And then he just gets it. He gets the reception. He gets the cheers. He gets the claps. For what? This is not a big deal. Being a club champion is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. There are bigger fish to fry. But the game of golf is the easiest game to cheat at. You can move your ball. You could take a mulligan and score the better shot out of the two. He puts it into overdrive. That is what he does. And then just to see these fake participation trophies being awarded. Incredible, truly. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/tytsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.